as Cumberland, man, what a homecoming you could have here in Lebanon. Beautiful weather, as we mentioned today. The halftime ceremony was great. And then you had the Hall of Fame last night and stuff too. And then to top it all off, Coach, I kind of stole your line there at the end of the broadcast. Said there's nothing like being a Phoenix on a Saturday night. And for you all, to all the things going around this ball game, as I mentioned, homecoming, Hall of Fame activities, everything, to come out and have the performance like that, it's got to be a great feeling.
I mean, it's a tremendous feeling. And like I said, pregame, I said all week, and our coaches show on Wednesday, the most physical team was going to win, and we were the most physical team. You know, they're a good football team, but we just out physical them. They were good. It was an old-fashioned go hit football, and you know, the score doesn't indicate. I think we had missed a field goal, had chances to put more points on the board, but dude, we won the game.
Absolutely. The elements to this win just really kind of add up to everything that you preach about for this team. You almost double up Bethel in time of possession. You had the football for 38 minutes. You don't turn it over on third down. You're super efficient. It just seemed like all of those talking points we had this time last week, it came to fruition today for your team.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole key to it is we're a good football team. If we don't turn the ball over, hold the ball, and do what we do, and we did it today. We threw the ball when we needed to throw it. Luke made great decisions, pulling the ball down. We didn't run a draw anytime. It was just there's nobody there. Go make a play, Luke, with your legs, and he did that. And we had a lot of missed assignments or whatever, but we played pretty good up front, playing a box that was constantly 8 or 9 people in the box, and we were still somehow able to get it done.
Jeremiah Bryan had a big day for you, 20 carries, 100 yards, a touchdown. After a couple weeks where he hadn't found the end zone, he's been held below 40 yards in back-to-back weeks. But a guy that you have really praised so much early in the first half of the season, he was a big X factor for you today.
He definitely was. He ran the ball. Every running back we had ran the ball extremely, extremely hard. Every one of them was in there, and of course, he was the one we kind of rode today. That's the great thing about this. It seems like every week it's somebody different, but he did a tremendous job. Luke did a really good job running the football and taking care of the football on the passes and stuff, and we didn't force anything. As long as we don't force it and do what we need to do, it was pretty good. I told the guys that we were going for everything and probably shouldn't have called the fake punt there, especially when they stopped us when we went in our quick formation. But you know what? You live and die on the belief in our guys, and we got the job done.
Your defense made it a tough afternoon throughout for the Wildcats. Bethel, the only 2 times they score the drive they take over in your territory. They're late in the first half, and then, as you mentioned, after that fake punt. But even down to that last possession where Bethel's got a chance to tie it and your guys make a stand, might have given up some big plays here and there, but when it came down to it, they were able to make it seemed like more plays than the Wildcats were able to on offense.
Definitely, they did a great job, and it's just everybody believing in everybody that just go do what you got to do what your job is, do what your coach should do, and we did that more times than they did today, and that's why we won the game.
For you all to come out there after halftime, it's a tie ball game, 7-7, drive right down the field and score. How big was that for just momentum-wise?
Absolutely. I mean, it was absolutely huge to do that coming out of the half. And, there's several times this year we hadn't done that, and to be able to just come right out and do that and just kind of establish that, hey, we're going to be here whether you like it or not. And I mean, it's just big. It's just really big.
You said pregame physicality was going to be the determining factor who won this game. And just on a couple of occasions today, Jacob Cornejo, a run there earlier in the game where he's hit and he just drives tacklers forward for a first down. Then on your last first down of the day where Luke needed 3 yards, he got hit right at the line of scrimmage and just battles his way forward. It seemed that physicality, when you needed it, you got it today.
Definitely, and that's, third and whatever it was there at the end, we needed a first down and we were going to have to punt, in a hairy situation. And the run that Luke made there is just, he's the Blue Ridge Flash, man. He just he makes people miss.
You defeat a top 5 opponent for the first time since 2018. You were bringing up that Lindsey Wilson win a couple days ago when we were talking. To do that here on homecoming, everything involved the crowd that you had here too, just on both sides. It's really a special day here at Noakes Lassiter Field.
It is, and credit to our crowd because they helped us win this game. Being into it, they were loud and proud and got after it in the stands, and that helps our guys keep going, and we just need that. We need it next week because we got another great tough opponent next week in Georgetown. So we've got to make sure that everybody shows up again because we got we're turning around. Probably are playing the best team in the conference. I know Bethel was ranked 5th and all that, but Georgetown's probably the best. They just had a rough go at the first couple of games they've had, but they're defending conference champions. So we got a monumental task next week.
I don't want to catch you off on all this right now, but last week the conversation was how do you rebound after a little bit of a dip, your first loss of the year, going into next week, as you mentioned, a great opponent like the Georgetown Tigers. How do you take this high of the performance today and then try to build that into next week back here at Noakes Lassiter Field?
It's 24 hours. We celebrate, this is going to be great, and we'll celebrate it for 24 hours, but we got to get focused. I'm so proud and happy because, like I told you, I was anxious to see how we responded from last week because we had a bad taste in our mouth that we didn't play well. Not that they beat us, that we didn't play well and we beat ourselves. So we wanted to go out and prove that, and now we've got to prove that we belong at the top. We have to do that. So I think they know where we're going to be and where we're at, and it's just a matter of we got to put our head down and work.
You've been high on this bunch from the start this season. Just to see this crew accomplish this today, how happy are you for your players?
Shoot. I mean, it's crazy that I just tell them all the time, you got to believe it because we have a really talented team, but they got to believe they're really talented, and they got to believe that and they're proving that they are that. They're proving that, a couple of times we're in difficult situations, and when you're in difficult situations, the cream rises to the top. The better team settles down and handles the pressure, and we handled the pressure.
Coach, congratulations! What an afternoon here. All the determining factors coming into this, all the homecoming, the weather, and certainly your result here makes it even much more an impressive afternoon. And looking forward to getting back with you next week for another matchup here at home.
Nothing like being in Phoenix on a Saturday night.
I bet. That's head coach Tim Mathis here on the Cumberland Sports Network. 21-14 the final score. Let's take a 3-minute timeout. When we return, we'll have our final stats and get out of here. The Cumberland Phoenix defeat the 4th-ranked Bethel Wildcats. The final score today here, 21-14. We'll be back in 3 minutes.